Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for taking your time to attend this very wonderful virtual fair with Heriot-Watt University. So I am Fiona and I am the international representative for Sub-Saharan Africa at Heriot-Watt University. So just to give you a brief overview of Heriot-Watt University. So actually Heriot-Watt University is a UK university with campuses both in the UK, in Dubai, and also in Malaysia. So as a global university, of course, we are here to meet the needs of our international students, which includes bringing quality education to our students that is globally recognized, and of course, that value for money. So that means after spending your time studying at Heriot-Watt University, you should be expecting to excel in your career. So that's why we go around with the slogan, Future Made. So Heriot-Watt prepares you for an amazing and successful future. So just to bring you to some of the reasons why Heriot-Watt University is different from other universities you've heard about. The first thing here to talk about will be our quality education. Heriot-Watt University has been on in the UK for over 200 years. So we're actually a UK university despite having campuses in other countries as well. So Heriot-Watt has been providing quality education for the past 200 years. It means we must have been doing something right, to have been here for 200 years, providing you with that quality education. And I'm sure the next thing that will come to your mind would be, okay, if it's a 200-year-old university, what does it look like? So that brings us straight to our facilities. So one of the very important things for us, and one of the things we care about when it comes to our students, is the facilities, because we don't just want you to just come to school and just learn. You need to be able to practice what you're learning. You need that understanding. You need to gain that hands-on experience to be able to like move into the industry and do very well. Aside from that, we have about 29,000 current students across our various campuses, and of course, about 135,000 alumni across the globe. So one good thing about us, and I keep saying this all the time, is the fact that if you're studying as an undergraduate student, you're coming in to study at Heriot-Watt University, one of the key things you should know is that this is a university that's produced several successful students, from current prime ministers in Africa to several top CEOs, people who are really doing very well and excelling around the globe. So if you're studying at Heriot-Watt University, you should be expecting to graduate and hopefully in the near future do very well. So one of the key interesting thing about Heriot-Watt is our amazing inter-campus transfer programs. So because we have several campuses, it means that our students, especially our undergraduate students, benefit from transferring from one campus to the other. So imagine a student studying business and you have the chance to actually spend part of your time in Dubai to understand how business works in the Middle East, and you spend part of your time in Malaysia understanding the Asian market before graduating with, of course, a British degree in the UK. So, of course, we are top 301 right now in the world. And of course, we have a very amazing set of academics and lecturers who teach our students. So we pay attention to the kind of lecturers who teach our students to ensure that our students come out successful and continue with the very prestigious reputation Heriot-Watt has of producing work-ready and future-made graduates. So this is just like a brief overview of our rankings and how we are ranked across the globe. So you can see we're number one for graduate salaries in the UK, in Scotland, and 17th in the UK. So that means at least most Heriot-Watt graduates in more than several other graduates who graduate from other UK universities. We're well known for our engineering courses, and we are among the top 150 universities for engineering across the globe. And also we are second in the UK for architecture. One other key thing to mention is that we are among the centers of excellence in the UK. So that means the center of excellence the UK recognizes centers of excellences for several courses based on how well the university performs on that course. And for building related courses like architecture, civil engineering, Heriot-Watt happens to be among the only 4 centers of excellence we have in the UK for such courses. So I'm taking you down to facilities. I know I talked a bit about facilities previously, but just to give you a brief overview of some of these facilities. So if you're a young student there with several interesting ideas, okay, I want to start up my own software business tomorrow, or I want to start up my own business, I want to do this or that for myself in the future. That's why we have the grid on campus at Heriot-Watt. So the grid is kind of like an interesting hub to help students who have their own innovative ideas and want to create their own business. We have several businesses we partner with who assist our students with developing these their ideas and bringing it to fruition. just steal some of the facilities. So whatever your course is, we have some of the best facilities to teach these courses. So students taking courses like engineering, marine and renewable engineering, and chemistry, for instance, will benefit from using one of the best international centers for island technology, which is owned by Heriot-Watt University. You'll be using this along with experts in the industry if you choose to study at Heriot-Watt University. Same thing applies to this one as well. And of course, students interested in studying courses like IT, computer science, and computer-related courses will benefit from using the UK's first and largest research robotarium. So this is based at our Heriot-Watt Edinburgh campus, and it's really beneficial to students who are studying courses related to IT, artificial intelligence, and it's also used by industry experts in creating robots which have been involved in several industries. For now, we are building robots focused on the healthcare industry to actually take care of diagnosed diseases and also provide cures to these diseases. So I'm moving down to the Bloomberg Experimental Learning Partner Lab, which is on campus as well for students studying economics and accounting and finance as well. So I've mentioned before that we are a global university with campuses in 2 different continents and in 3 different countries. So now we'll just give you a brief overview of what it's like to take your courses across our campuses. Especially as an undergraduate student, you'll be spending about 4 years with Heriot-Watt, probably 3 to 4 years or maybe more, depending on your course and your current grades at Heriot-Watt University. As a result, you will have the opportunity to actually, after your first and second semester, to actually move across these various campuses you can see here to gain extra hands-on experience of your course. So the first campus I'll talk about will be our Edinburgh campus, which is where, if you're thinking of studying in the UK, that's definitely where you're going to be taking your course at Heriot-Watt. So Edinburgh itself is the UK's second largest financial hub, and it's also the UK's festival city. So you'll be studying in a very beautiful city. We've been voted as the 4th most beautiful city in the world, and also we are ranked as the 2nd best city in the UK for our students. So a very lively and interesting city for students. We have about 12% of the entire population are international students. That's for the whole of Edinburgh. So basically, you're going to be meeting with other students like yourself there. And interestingly, because Scotland has also been voted as the most welcoming country in the whole of the UK. Very interesting for students. So when you're coming in as a young student, you don't have to be worried about how you'll be received, whether it will be easy for you to make friends. Scottish people are very friendly people. We are so interesting, and you'd enjoy meeting with us and speaking with us while you come to Heriot-Watt University. And of course, if you're choosing to study in the UK, it's just about at Edinburgh campus. Our Edinburgh campus is about 7 hours away from Ghana, so very close to home and easy for your parents to come over to visit you on campus. So this is just like a brief overview of what the Edinburgh campus looks like and our campus itself. So on campus, we have a medical center as well. I'm just going to note that down because I would like you to note that because it means it's easy for you to access healthcare and it's not far away from you. And this has been very beneficial to us, especially during this COVID period, because our students have had that interesting opportunity of just getting tested right on campus. So unlike several other UK universities, we didn't have a breakout of the COVID-19 because we have a medical center right there on campus to check and test students regularly. So I'm going to just go through this a bit. This is just going to give you an overview of what the Edinburgh campus looks like at the moment. So just to give you a brief overview of that. So this is our Edinburgh campus. So you're studying in a very beautiful student city. Large space of land for students. And of course, with COVID on, we have several safety measures we've put on campus to ensure that you're studying safe without any issues and without falling sick. So for the September intake, we're still going to be following a bit of what we did for last September and for the January intake. What this actually means is that you as a student will be able to come on campus to start your classes, or you could choose to study off campus online until you feel it's safe for you to travel to the UK. Okay, so every student, both for all of our campuses, both for the Dubai, UK, and the Malaysia campuses, is assigned to a personal tutor. So the tutor actually supports you throughout your study time. If you have questions, if you have difficulties with your coursework, the personal tutor is actually there to give you the additional support you need to make sure you excel in your studies. So this is just our sports performance center, just a glimpse of the sports performance center. We have some of our sports performance center on the Edinburgh campus is also used by some of the industry best experts. So some of the best athletes we have in Scotland, but the national football team, basketball team also use the same facility. And as a student, you have access to these same facilities as the professionals who play for the Scottish nation. Okay, I'm moving away from this because I've talked about Ireland, the Heriot-Watt Centre for Ireland Technology, and I'll just bring it straight to our Dubai campus. So if you're choosing to study in Dubai, if you're thinking about it, and maybe you just want to spend like a year of your studies in Dubai, which is possible, especially if you're graduating with just a WAEC result, depending on your grades, you might be able to go in for year one at our UK campus, or if you have just C's, you might be looking at going to the Dubai campus for a foundation year. So if you're going for a foundation year, this is why you'll be studying at the Dubai campus. And interestingly, the living expenses here is a lot more affordable than the UK, aside from accommodation. And accommodation still depends on your lifestyle. You could find that also more affordable than the UK. But aside from that, in Dubai, we've still maintained our rankings, and we are recognized as the largest and most successful international university in Dubai. And of course, Dubai, which is the part of the UAE, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, is actually the second safest country in the world. So that means apart from being safe, you also have access to some of the best tourist facilities, which you will find in Dubai. And of course, you'll still be studying at a very reputable and prestigious university and still getting a British degree after graduation. This is what our campus looks like right now in Dubai. And now to the courses we offer. So this is like a summary of what we offer on campuses. So for our undergraduate students, we also benefit from work placements, up to a 12 months work placements for your courses, for most of your courses. And interestingly, because we have several strong industry links, you can choose to complete that work placement here in the UK, or maybe in any other part of Europe, or in the US, because we have several companies who actively request for our students to have their work placements at their different companies, but in the US and other parts of Europe as well. So you could benefit from that, or you could choose to opt for a year abroad. So maybe you're studying something like business and you choose to study 3 years in the UK and spend 1 year abroad at a different university. So this is just a list of our courses, which you would have time to look through later. And of course, our career support team is also on ground to help our students. I think I talked about career support before, but for our undergraduate students, I've just provided below the rankings for our undergraduate employability rate. So 95% of our undergraduate students are usually in work or further study within 6 months of graduation. So that means if you choose to study at Heriot-Watt, you also benefit from being among these highly attractive Heriot-Watt graduates once you're done graduating from school. So these are like some of the places our graduates have gone on to work within the last 2 to 3 years. And it's interesting to know that some of the top managers and directors for these companies are also Heriot-Watt graduates. And this is what employers have to say about our students. I'm not going to talk much about this, but it's still the same thing I've been saying all along, that Heriot-Watt has built a reputation for producing can-do graduates, graduates who are ready for the future. And as a result, several companies actively seek for our graduates. So if you're passionate about working for a top company, then what you need is just a Heriot-Watt degree to stand out. Okay, and I'm just bringing this testimonial for this particular student. She's an undergraduate student, and just like I've talked about the intercampus transfers, she benefited from not just studying at our UK campus, but she also moved around to Malaysia to gain that additional experience, which made her very attractive. So despite graduating in the year 2020, which was a very crazy COVID year where people lost jobs, our graduates here and several others from the 2020 class have been able to secure very interesting jobs because of the amount of opportunities you get from studying at Heriot-Watt University. So straight to the scholarships we offer to our students. So at the moment, we're offering to our Dubai campus, we're offering about 5,000 dirhams early bird discounts to students who pay their tuition fee this month. And you could get up to 50% tuition discounts if you graduate with A's. So if you're looking at graduating from your WAEC or A levels with just A's, or even IB, your international baccalaureate, then definitely you have a chance of getting up to 50% off your tuition fees if you're coming to the Dubai campus. The same thing for the UK campus. We're offering merit and excellence awards of up to £3,000 to students who perform very well during their high school studies. Then for the entry requirements, we are accepting your WAEC and NECO results. So basically, you'll be getting the WAEC results, or you'll be getting an A-levels or A-levels or AS levels result or IB. We're able to accept all these qualifications onto either our year 1, foundation year 1, or year 2, depending on your grades as well. And you don't need to write an English test to study at Heriot-Watt University. So for now, the next intake is the September intake. And if you're worried that you have your exams coming up in maybe May, June, or July, and you're concerned about being able to join the September intake, that's not a problem. We're able to take your applications right now, and we'll still be able to give you an offer for the September 2021 intake. Okay, thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in right now. Thank you.
Well, Fiona, thank you very much. We have our friends from ICS. I'm going to focus on them. And good morning, ICS. Okay, could you wave at us if you can see us? Wave if you can see yourself on the screen. All right, ICS, you listened to Miss Fiona talk about Heriot-Watt University, and I suppose you have questions. Don't be shy. We're going to bring you up to ask questions. I'm told you are very bright students, and so I know you have questions. So you can raise your hand with your questions, and then you can stand up and come and ask it closer to the camera. Don't be shy. The first person who comes up to ask the question will get 1 cedi. Okay. I'll make it 10 cedi. I'll make it 10 cedi. All right, let's go. Let's ask questions so Ms. Fiona can help you. You want me to bribe you before you ask the question? Let's go.
So I'll start with a question for them.
Please go ahead.
Okay.
So for international students, can you give us an idea of the average scholarships you might have for them? Average internationals, right. or if you do have scholarships for international students.
Thank you for that. That was kind of like the last thing I just mentioned now. So yes, we do offer scholarships to international students, depending on whatever campus you choose to come to. So if you come into the UK campus, we have up to £3,000 tuition discounts for our international students who have very good results. So if you can just do well in your A-levels or your WAEC or your IB, definitely you have a chance of getting £3,000 off your tuition. And then we also have the Future Made for Success tuition discount that we give out to about 30 international students who do very well, who write very good personal statements. They could get up to 30% off their tuition fees. So that's quite reasonable again for international students going to the UK campus. Then for students looking to study in Dubai, we have the 5,000 dirham, which is equivalent to about £2,000 tuition discounts for students, and also 50% tuition discounts for students who have very good grades again. So for the UK campus, it's £3,000 of the fees. For the Dubai campus, that's 50% of your tuition fees. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. We're ready for more questions from ICS. Okay, now I can't hear you. I need to hear from you. I want to hear from some of the very smart students at ICS. All right. Please come close to the camera. Say your name. Say your name.
My name is Eric.
What's your
Hi,
name?
Eric.
Hello.
That's Eric, right?
Yeah.
And ask your question.
So my question was, are we forced to stay at campus on our first years?
No, it's not compulsory. You don't have to stay on campus. Although it's interesting staying on campus because it's a self-contained campus, so you have accommodation right there, very close to everything you need. And of course, you benefit from using the gym as well, and the medical center and the restaurants on campus. But it's not compulsory. You can choose to stay off campus if you want to. It's easy, really, because if you're staying at the city center, all you need is just one bus to take you on campus, and it's really affordable, especially for students. So just costing you about £1.75 per day.
And also, please, are there student jobs like something like that?
Okay. Yeah, so if you're studying at the Edinburgh campus, that's in the UK. If you're studying in the UK with us, what I would say is, first of all, because Edinburgh is a very interesting festive city, it means we attract several visitors per year, so about 4.5 million visitors per year. And what that means for you is that it's easy to get student jobs because several student jobs are like jobs you get with the restaurants, with the hotel, with the supermarket, and of course maybe a caring job as well. So yes, because we attract several visitors, we need more hands in the industry, and yes, it's easy to get student jobs in a regular year without COVID.
Thank you.
Hey,
You're
Eric.
welcome.
Eric,
Yes.
you did a very good job. So we'll give you 20 Ghana for asking 2 questions, okay?
Yes.
You can use it for All right. Please say your name and ask your question.
My name is Elita, and
Hi,
I'm
Elisa.
wondering. Hi, and I'm wondering, what courses do you have to offer for those that are still undecided on what their major is? Like, how does your educational institution guide those that are unsure of their path? I have a kind of a general idea, but aren't really sure on their specified major.
Okay, thanks for asking that question. That's a very useful one. So, well, it depends. I'm going to answer this question in various forms. First of all, I could easily tell you we have a career support team, and we also have our student services. And also, you also have your personal tutor as a student of Heriot-Watt University. And these 3 different departments are all there to support you in this particular aspect. So for your personal tutor, if you're not sure what you really want to study, your personal tutor is there to sit down with you and talk to you about your classes. So you might be taking a business course for now and you're not sure if that's the right thing for you to do. Your personal tutor is there to guide you, to advise you. And of course, within your first year, you can change your program, you can change your course, you can transfer to a different course, just to be sure you do very well. The career support team is also there to advise you and let you know what courses you'll be taking that will give you what kind of future. So, okay, you want to be a banker, they're able to advise you on what courses to take to achieve that goal of yours. Then the next other thing I'm going to mention would be, it depends also on, I don't know if you're taking WIAC. So for students really who graduate with credits only, students like that would also be going for the foundation year. And interestingly, what the foundation year helps students do is to build you up for when you get into the university fully. And for the foundation, it's a bit general. So if you're studying engineering, maybe you hope, or you're still thinking about maybe I should go for civil engineering. So the engineering, the foundation in engineering combines all forms of engineering, both civil, chemical, mechanical. So while taking your engineering foundation, you have the idea of, okay, maybe I would end up going with this instead of what I planned before. So it gives you that background you need. And still, you will still have a personal tutor there. You still have student services and career support to still guide you and advise you on which route will be best for you in your career to make sure you're successful. Does that answer your question?
I had her on mute. Go ahead. Did that answer your question?
Yes, please. It does. But I have a second question.
Please go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Yes. So let's say when you do figure out what you want to major and you're well into your course, you're just about graduating. You said that during this COVID season, like the 2020 year that graduated, they were easily able to like find jobs because they had good exposure. And I'm wondering
Exactly.
if co-op, I'm wondering if co-op is a part of that exposure. And if not, how difficult is it to get into it?
Okay, if you're saying co-op, I think you mean industry placement, if I'm not mistaken. So that
Yes.
means spending some time working in the industry and getting hands-on experience. Is that what you mean? Good. So yes, for undergraduate students, I think you're the ones who benefit the most from co-op, like you called it, or internships or work placements. So for several of our courses, our courses are offered in two ways. So you either have a general undergraduate course, or you have some of the courses that come strictly written with industry placements, and it also comes, you get an extra diploma for industry placements, and those are for students who want the whole 1 year work placement opportunity. Yes, that's possible, and that's again why you have career support right there with you. So career support team helps you from day one. Personally, this is an advice I give to all students who come to Heriot-Watt. From day one, make sure you're talking to career support and let them know you would like to work as part of your studies. Even if you do not opt for a program with a 1 year work placement, you can still have your work placement go on because every student has that 20 hours per week work option attached to their visa, their student visa. So you could work within that period. You could work full time during the summer holidays as well. You have several summers if you're studying in the UK to work. And even if you're going to Dubai, you have that same option. So at the same time, so you have that time to work in an industry related to your course. So by the time you're graduating, you already have those hands-on experience you need to excel in your career. Then for courses that come with the industry placements on their own, you still have, and even for the summer placements, if you're looking at that, you can also take those placements. We have, like, Heriot-Watt has been on for 200 years, so we have very strong industry links with several companies. So it's not difficult for our students to get those internships as part of their course. The extra attractiveness is that you might be able to get your internship done in US, for instance, or Australia, or another part of Europe as well. So several students have done that, and it also gives you that additional exposure you're talking about.
Well, thank you very much, ICS. We have to wrap up and move on to the next presentation. So thank you very much, ICS. Thank you very much, Fiona. We'll wrap up and we'll put this video on your page so people can come and watch it later on. And we'll see you in the next presentation in a couple of hours.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you very much. ICS. Bye.